Hey, y'all. Are we live?
We are live. Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Long time no see.
Let me try to share this out. Happy Thursday. I'm gonna stop saying happy days.
We not happy?
Not that we're not happy, but I guess specifying the day of the week. It just make it easier to um repurpose.
I'm
I'm
picking
just
up what
keeping it.
down. Yes.
I'm just keeping it 100. Because if we want to
I
roll
mean,
this on a
people
week,
talk about repurposing content all the time, though. People talk about
make it
repurposing
evergreen.
content all the time. And so that goes for live videos too. Y'all better get with the program. I mean, because sometimes you might just can't make it live. And if you're committed to your live videos, then why not? Repurpose content. Maybe someone missed it. It might not have got even a lot of views.
Uh-huh.
It's
Uh-huh.
content, it's no different than any of the other content that, you know, we can repurpose.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm with you.
So we could drop it on any day of the week, and then people be like, Thursday. Well, you know what
It's
I
Tuesday.
mean. Just keep it 100.
Basically.
Y'all have to excuse the noise in the background. Um, Deja down there making us some smoothies in the kitchen. I'm just sharing this to a few groups.
And while she's sharing, I guess I will just be like, hey y'all, because it's been a minute. Like I haven't been on either platform live in several weeks. And sometimes I just get in my work and it can be hard to break away from what I'm working on to then jump into a live. It can really like just throw off my creative process. So it's like if I'm in a groove, working on a website, doing some flyers or templates, in a workshop, and I know that our lives are pretty much like we know when we're going live Tuesdays and Thursdays, but sometimes things just don't align. And
It's true,
that's
yeah.
what's been going on the last few weeks. So I have definitely been behind the scenes where I like it. I really don't even like being in front of the camera. So
Who does?
and
I hate it
there
too.
are some people that I think really enjoy being in front of the camera. I'm not one of them. Like I would choose. She gonna ask me to.
Violence.
You gonna lie, honey? Don't ask me because the answer is no.
So I had to just go live, y'all,
And
because
that's the benefit of this 2-woman operation. And that's, girl, I appreciate you,
I was crying on the inside. But it had to be done because we had been absent for 2 whole weeks. And I was telling our client this morning, like you can't go too many days missing because then it'd be too much to catch up on.
It is a lot to
It's
catch up
hard.
on. And, it could throw everything off. Like, you done been gone so long, the people done forgot about you. But I'm just like, they'll come back. What's for us is for us. But I am happy to not really see y'all, but be in the presence of the live audience. I don't know if anybody is even live with us right now because I
No,
can't.
we don't have any viewers yet, but we always get a lot of replays. So
Cool. And I mean, and that's definitely more of a reason to keep up with your lives, because we do get a lot of feedback from people saying, "Oh, I came across one of y'all lives. Y'all so funny, blah blah blah." So it's like, "Oh, okay." They might not have caught it while we were live, but to show up and do it and don't delete it, people will catch it on their time. Um, so hey y'all, hey.
So today is what's today?
It's Thursday.
Tech Central. No, well, it's Tech Central Thursday.
Okay.
So yeah, Tuesday I gave a tech tip in case you missed it on IG about basically just leveraging or taking full advantage of your tech tools that you use in your business to communicate with your customers or clients and centralize those communications. Oftentimes, business owners find themselves communicating with customers through several different communication tools. So it might be text, it might be DM, it might be email. And then you kind of can lose track of those communications when it's time to refer back to them for any reason. And you don't remember, which one it was. So now you got to look back through all of them. And heaven forbid if there's just a lot in each one of those platforms, you're just scrolling, looking, searching. And there are tools that you can use to kind of centralize those communications with those customers or leads, right? We try to avoid DM and text communications with leads and or customers. We always try to route them to our website or our email or their customer platform. Um, we have automation set up in Facebook. When people send us a DM, with frequently asked questions, and it still refers them eventually back to, the website or email, because we don't want to start having conversations with people in different platforms, especially with there being two of us, and not remembering where we had that conversation.
Right. Because it has happened. I mean, we have our business pages on, you know, all the platforms, but we'll just talk about like Facebook, Instagram, and then we have our own individual accounts, right? So someone may be prospecting, Tasha may be prospecting with somebody and her DM, and then now they're emailing and I'm responding to the email. Um, I would have no way of knowing what her and Tasha talked about in Tasha's DM. So it likely is not much of a problem if you are a true solopreneur. It may be okay for you to keep track of all of your messages, but that is definitely one main reason why it's so important for us and for you too. Because I mean, even as a solopreneur, just being able to keep track of the conversations, they sending you a text message with something, and then the next question is coming to you in your Facebook DM, and then now they see you on live on IG, so now they over at IG asking you a question. It can get very confusing, and especially if you are accepting content or anything from them via these platforms and not through your email or a centralized location. It will definitely get messy. It will certainly get confusing. So I do think it's a good idea, girl, for to be bringing up this topic today and offer some solutions, because I think that a lot of people tend to get offended when they see no DMs.
This is true. And I think that there's a fine line, right? So, yeah, you can DM, but if somebody comes back and says, points you into a direction of maybe, please email or please message on WhatsApp or whatever it is, whatever your main, communication tool is. Like it's really to offer a better customer experience in the long run. In the long run, I mean, especially if you're talking about client services, or even as a e-commerce, or you sell products. I can't even imagine. I don't know how y'all do it with taking orders in the DM. Like, I don't know how y'all do that. Like, that's too much. That's, DM me, text me your address. It's just, it's too much to keep up with. And also, there is no order to that. There's no order to that. If you have an e-commerce platform, a website platform, anytime somebody purchases an order from you, most of them have basically a CRM attached to that. So you can see what this customer has ordered for you from you, whether it's multiple orders or just one order. You can actually look at their profile on the back end and fulfill that order. Put notes back there. You can have their phone number, their address. You can even send them an email or maybe a text, depending on what add-ins you have. Like, that's a great centralized location, whether you are e-commerce or whether you're taking orders for your services on your platform. That's a good place to have that. And then having those emails, because even with situations like chargebacks, like, it's just it's easier to gather that information to help support your claim, or even help, follow up with those customers. You'll know the last time they ordered from you by just looking at your platform versus scrolling through your phone or scrolling through your DMs, where you may have stuff in there that has nothing to do with your business.
And don't lose your phone. Now all your customer records are just gone. So it's just definitely if you don't know, we're here to help you. We've all had to start somewhere. I know I was taking orders through messaging and text, and um
And
so
how was that for you? You know why I'm asking you that? Because people respect it more if you have been through it. Right.
um
The message.
I mean, it's chaotic. I guess it may work if you're doing like one-off services. Um, you know, you sell food or something, and you're hey, place your order through. Why the heck? Place your order through text. You know, you may not be getting. A customer may not come back and order the same thing, so you may not need to keep that type of record. And that wasn't necessarily always the case either for me. In the wig business, when I was first starting out, I was doing a lot of things like that, taking orders through the DM or just by phone. I didn't really have like a system to keep customer information, and it was a mess. Like there was a lot I realized I needed to keep track of that I just couldn't keep track of just in my phone or just via DM. And I mean, I have a lot of stuff going on in my head, so it was becoming challenging to remember, like, dang, did they send me that via text, or was that in on Facebook? I can't find the message. um there was just specific things as I was growing my business. Like I needed to have customer information, just more customer information, because like you said, it's about a better customer experience. So I didn't want to have to keep doing things like asking for my customers' head measurements. It's like, girl, I didn't gave you the measurements before. So just reducing the amount of questions that I have to. What's your address again? Stuff like that. That can be annoying. It's annoying to me if I've done business with you and I got to keep giving you my address. I may be getting a different product or something, but you should have my address. So things like that. It can just be very, very confusing trying to keep up with all of the different pieces of information that you gather from your customer when doing transactions. So,
And from a customer standpoint, if your address does change, when you're placing your order online or through this a link that I've sent you, now you can update that information. You can tell me where you want it to be shipped. Cause maybe you on the West Coast for 6 months. Your address ain't changed, but you're on the West Coast for 6 months and you want to order this product or whatever the case may be. Like it's communicating seamlessly without the Q&A that typically goes on when you're doing it through text messages or
back
even
and forth.
phone calls or even text messaging, email. Like you using your tools, your systems, your email, your website platform. That's you not even paying for anything extra. Like they do have CRMs, which is something that we use, where we manage our customers through that. But that's something separate that we pay for. But we can always do it on our platform.
So yeah, your platform, your website platform is definitely going
Yes.
to have capabilities for you to save and store your customers' information, even messaging. I mean, you can chat with and message about customer orders directly through your website platform if you wanted to keep all communication there, because we don't DM Sheen and Fashion Nova and any of those people. We don't DM any of them about anything. So,
And even if you do, guess what they're asking you for? Your order number.
yeah, give me one
They're
second.
asking you for your order number. If you're DMing a business, hey Ronnie Bunny, if you're DMing a business and they're operating on that level, they're probably going to ask you for something to identify your order.
But we're not
That's
accustomed to DMing them. You know what I mean? We're not accustomed to texting them. We're not. That's not what we expect when we
But
do business
even if you
with them.
do, if even I'm just pointing out that even if they, someone's like, oh well, yeah, you can text such and such. Guess what? They're still coming back to ask you for something to identify your order or who you are, so that they can go back into their system to centralize that communication. And they're gonna come back and give you something, very blanket. Reach out to
In terms of a
customer.
response, right?
They're not gonna be too specific about whatever you're DMing them about. So yeah, basically use your tools to start teaching people how to do business with you, especially if you're transitioning from the DM and the text message way of doing business. Start, if they're reaching out to you, say, hey, go ahead and visit the website. Here's the link, and it's under, I don't know, whatever your category is for whatever they're inquiring about. Start directing them to where to communicate with you. Set up your automations to your DMs. You can do it both on Facebook and you can do it on IG, and you may can do it on LinkedIn. I'm not sure, but if you're getting DMs that way, or even on Twitter, like you can just let people know to email you or to visit the website, depending on what they're asking you for, but direct them to where you want to communicate with them. Once you start down that rabbit hole of starting that initiation, that communication in that DM, that text message, it just keeps going and
Spirals
going.
out of control. It can eventually spiral out of control. So this is like tips for you so you can maintain your sanity, but also improve your business operations. And ultimately, it will allow your customer or your clients to have a better experience in, communicating with you. That's what it's all about.
Yep.
Anything else, girl?
Um, hold on, y'all, because they just blending.
Well, I really don't have anything else. I thought this was a great topic because it's easy, it's light, but it's definitely something that I think that most of us can relate to as business owners. Don't feel bad if you don't want to answer questions in your DM. I think the biggest thing about that is just about how you talk to people. If you are all in your bio, talk about no deal. Absolutely no DMs, and DMs won't be responded to. Is like, I think that that is probably what mostly turns people off. And so that there's just a better way to communicate with, your potential customers. So it's okay to not do DMs, but maybe turn on an autoresponder and direct them. Don't be afraid to let people know how to communicate with you. You on mute?
And I'm off. Can you hear
Oh,
me?
yeah.
And just to piggyback on that, from a customer standpoint, if you see no DM in someone's bio, look at that bio because they probably have a link in there. They probably have a email button or a booking button. They probably have the other ways to communicate with them in their profile setup.
And
They
it may be a
probably do.
consultation, y'all. They may want you to schedule a consultation. They may want you to schedule a consultation. It may be a free consultation. It may be a paid consultation. Um, let's normalize paying people for their time for consultations to answer your questions. It is very time consuming to be answering a bunch of questions in DMs back and forth because the questions do not stop. If you have to stop and do that for one person, don't assume that it's just you. It's more than likely other people, and people just don't have time for that. Like at the end of the day, we don't have a lot of time to just go back and forth in DMs when there truly is a better way that we can communicate, whether that be directing you to send an email or directing you to a website that possibly has all the information that you are looking for. Check out their homepage, check out their link tree, check out their services, see if they have a consultation option because 9 times out of 10 they may, if it's a service provider. Look and see if they have a FAQ page. You may find your answers there. And that's just just some things for the customers or clients, but for you, the business owner, like it's just about having just more control. We're always talking about taking control of your business. Like it can be overwhelming. You have to put things in place so that you can manage your business and your time and your day the way that works for you. Otherwise, the people gonna be DMing 9, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, expecting a response right away. They all in your personal Facebook page DMing you about things that you may not want to discuss on your personal account. So let the people know the best way to communicate with you as a business owner and customers and clients. Let's try to just, respect business owners and their time, their policies, the way we do big businesses. That's all I gotta say. Not yet.
And that's that on that. That is that on that.
Go. All right, I got to go. Okay, it's fall break. What? Get
All right.
out
Th-
of
Thank you
here.
guys for tuning in. If you catch the replay, please hashtag replay, like and share, and we will see y'all next time.
All right, y'all. Have a good one.